Got Oh, you need me to allow you to share screen. Ah,
Steve, can you make me a co-host?
hang on a minute. The whole thing just
Oh,
jumped on. I don't know what it did. Oh, okay.
You're sharing your screen.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I got to do it again. Okay, multiple, and then what I do for co-host?
participants. Find my name and the 3 dots.
Okay, hang on.
Participants at the bottom.
I'm looking for your name. What was your name again? Oh, why am I not seeing the 3 dots by your name?
Over on the right.
Yeah, I'm on the right. I've got a list of participants. Name.
Okay, highlight or put your cursor on my name and then you'll see the 3 dots.
Okay.
You'll see the word more.
Yeah.
The
And,
And then make co-host.
Ask to unmute, mute, play, lock meeting. I don't see co-host. There's a long list here, but not under more.
Usually it's just those 3 dots and then one of them should be say co-host.
Okay, let me go back.
Still recording this?
Yeah, unfortunately, but here
So
it
we can
is.
Learn for next time.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, and it's simpler than we were trying to make it. Okay.
That Alan is a co-host
It
now.
says Alan's the co-host. Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
What I saw.
All right.
Yeah,
Let me-
Alan's the co-host. Go back to my name and
Yeah. And I will.
do it the same way, except on my name.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
mics
and-
are very.
And let me go unco-host Alan.
Yeah, okay, I'm co-hosted now.
I'm co-host.
Okay, he should be uncoasted.
Doesn't matter,
Well,
not a problem.
all right, Doug.
Oh, okay. Optimize for video clip. All right, why aren't you? I'm having trouble optimizing for the video clip that I have in this thing. I'm trying to click on it and nothing's happening.
Are you on shared screen?
I've got the first share screen. I haven't hit the second one because I'm trying to get the video. I have got a video in here and I wanted to get the volume to optimize, but it doesn't, not going to do it.
Okay,
So
you
I
have
may
to click on there's a button on the left for video, the sound, allow sound or something.
I got share sound.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. You're sharing
There
screen.
it is.
Oh, wow.
Wow, beautiful.
Do a couple things over here. Anecdote. Okay.
Hello?
Can you hear me at all?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. All right. If that, whoops, let me get this out of the way up here. If that first slide looks familiar, when I originally did the collections was the second presentation on organizing your photographs inside Lightroom. So today I'm just going to emphasize Lightroom collections and using keywords to assist your use of the collections. Oh, Lightroom collections are a way to collect your images from your various folders on your hard drive and group them for editing, reviewing, and sharing. A Lightroom collection is an additional way of organizing, I'm going to use the word grouping a lot, your photos. They can be collected from the same folder or from any folder within Lightroom.
Oh, okay.
Collections can be handy ways to keep similar topic photos grouped together. Lightroom collections can be synced with your cell phone if you use Lightroom Mobile. And you can share your photos right through Lightroom Mobile.
Oh, wow.
When you put photos in a collection, you are not making duplicates of the files themselves. You are basically telling Lightroom that you want these photos grouped and viewable together.
Okay.
You create the collection group, then drag and drop your images into the collection, or you can do it faster by making that collection a target collection. And all you have to do is hit the B key, and that photograph, no matter where it is on the Lightroom, will be added to that target collection. You can use the usual Lightroom search tools to find an image in collections. Now, the downfall or the caveat is that the collection groups that you create in Lightroom are only recognized inside Lightroom. You cannot find them separately on your hard drive or any other program. They are Lightroom specific, so when you set them up, you have to set them up inside Lightroom.
That way
Collection
you have to have Lightroom Mobile on your phone to be able to use it?
Not to use it on your computer, but if you have Lightroom Mobile on your phone, you are able to see your collections on your cell phone. You don't have to be carrying your computer around. Just carry your cell phone.
Doug, do you mind if I add something there?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, you can create the collection. So Lightroom, when you create the collection, Lightroom knows where those photos are and pull them up based on your collection. But what you can do, you're right, you can't see them in other programs, but you can export that to a file, a folder that you've created somewhere.
Right.
If you want a folder with just with those pictures from your collection in a separate folder, you can do that. At that point, it's going to create duplicates. You're going to have duplicates of all these in a special folder. There may be times you want to do that for a presentation or who knows what, but okay, excuse me, that was, just wanted to add that.
Okay. Collection groups are a great way to gather your images into a slideshow or a video, as I did here for the Bodhi video, which some of you saw months ago. Just bring the photos from various places around the hard drive into a collection. I added some text, images, and put together a slideshow, and you have to use a collection to create a slideshow or a video. Some big advantages of collections. When you group your photo in a collection, you are not making duplicates of the files. You are simply telling Lightroom that you want these photos linked and viewable together in a collection. This is a big advantage of collections. You can have your images in many collections without taking up additional hard drive space. Collections are simply a pointer to the original image in a folder, so they require little additional space on your computer hard drive. Collection groups, as I said before, can be synced with Lightroom Mobile, and I use these often to share images right off my phone. Lightroom Mobile is cloud-based, so you're not really using up the memory on your cell phone. That's another good feature of it. An image can be in multiple collections while it physically exists in only one folder on your hard drive. Any edits you make to an image inside a collection is automatically applied to every collection that image is assigned, as well as to the original in the original folder. You only need to edit once. Continue with that last thought about editing. I'm assuming you have by now created and used some type of folder organizational system to store your photos. That's really very beneficial to do. When you want to edit an image in a folder, the develop module of the Lightroom will only let you edit those images inside that folder. This means that if you want to edit an image located in a different folder, you need to close the edit module, go back to the library module, choose the new folder to work from, then go back into the develop module. Obviously, this takes time. I'm going to throw out an example. Rose and I are planning another trip to Central California. No doubt we'll be in Cambria, we'll be in Morro Bay, and we'll be in Cayucas. And we could, when I take my pictures of that trip, I'll put them in my folders under Cayucas, under Morro Bay, under Cambria. But if I wanted to edit from all of them at one time, I could create a collection, drag those folders over into that collection, and I can edit all from all three of those locations at one time with just going into the collection. Again, they are available to edit in a develop module from a collection. You can edit the photos in a collection no matter which folder the originals are located, and it automatically updates the folders in the original folder, updates the photos in the original folder, and any and all other collections that image may be in.
Doug, can I ask a question?
Sir,
Does this mean that if I'm in a folder, not in a collection, and I look at a photo and I thought, gee, I think I can make this look better, and I do it there, I don't have to I don't have to add it again to the collection. If I do it from the collection, I'm covered, right?
if you're in a folder and you make a edit to that image that is also in a collection, the collection image will also be adjusted the way you did it in the original folder.
Oh, okay.
If
So-
you edit it from a collection that it's already in, not the folder, but the collection, it will automatically update the original folder wherever it is on your hard drive.
That's great to hear, Doug. It works both ways.
Yep.
And I like what you say about if you have say you have a collection of birds, you don't have to go through find all of them in your bird in your different folders. You can just do it all from your collection. Is that right?
That's correct. If you
Thank
want
you.
to edit folders found in several folders, if you want to edit your photos in a separate several folders, create a collection of those images and edit it from that collection. And that will take them and correct whatever finer folder location they are in. This is a big time saver, and I'll show it at the end here, an example of that. There are 4 different types of collections, and the fourth one is a special one of the first one. You have the basic collections used to group your photos together and access them across all Lightroom panels. That would be the library module, the develop module, the slideshow module, print module. You have a collection set, which is used to organizing multiple collections under one heading, and smart collections. Think subfolders. You're basically making subfolders under a collection. Smart collections, I don't use these very often. I have other ways to do something that the smart collections do, but they are used to gather images together automatically using Lightroom filter search criteria. The
Doug?
search criteria,
Sorry. I'm
rely
sorry.
on the Lightroom filters to assemble the images automatically into a collection.
Doug, I use that for several categories. And I'll go back to birds. For birds, I've got a smart collection called Birds. And if I give a bird 5 stars, it automatically goes into that collection. I don't have to do anything.
I understand. Yeah, that's one of the big advantages of the smart collections, but I do it a slightly different way, which I hope we'll be able to show you here at the end. Now, the last category or the last collection is a target collection. It's a special type of your basic collections. They are designed to be the quickest way or fastest way, easiest way to put your images into a collection. You only need to select an image, highlight it, and press the letter B. And that image will automatically go into the target collection. No matter which folder in your hard drive organizational system, you click on an image with the letter B, that will automatically go to the target collection. It eliminates the slower way to do it, which is drag and drop. However, you can only have one target collection working at a time. So you click on the collection, make it a target collection, do your additions using the B key, and then when you're finished, unclick it as a target collection. How do you set up a collection? Underneath your folder area in Lightroom on the left-hand side panel, after the last folder, you'll see the word collections. They can be found in this area, and that's what you see here. These are some of the collections that I have created. They're underneath the last folder in collection. Again, these are folders, these are collections. To create a basic collection, simply left click on the plus sign. You see the word create collection. Going to ask you for a name. Type in the name you want and start to add your images into the collection, dragging and dropping, or set it up as a target collection. Now, if you want it to sync with your cell phone, you'll see this area right here with these little squiggles. Any collection that has that squiggle is automatically synced in your cell phone. If you want up here at the top when you created your collection, you can also check box right there, and that will automatically make it sync with Lightroom. Collection sets are grouping of collections nested under a collection topic, just like a subfolder will be. And under collections here, I have set one up for photo shoot locations. And underneath that generic folder group collection, I have elephant seals and the Science Center and any other location I could put there. I would just add to it after making it a collection set. Now, smart collections are very different than regular collections. You can't drag and drop photos or delete photos from a smart collection the normal way. Instead, smart collections can be used to find and include or exclude photos based on the Lightroom search criteria. They call them filters that you set within the particular smart collection settings. You can add and delete and modify these parameters just inside there the same way you would with any other folder. Some of the criteria you can use to sort the photos into a smart collection include specific file types. That could be RAW, that could be JPEGs, specific star ratings, if you have star ratings that you put on, color labels, specific aspect ratio, Lightroom picked or rejected photos, Lightroom keywords, Lightroom does provide several default smart collections, which are the first ones underneath the collection area. If you have Lightroom Mobile and you put photographs on Lightroom Mobile and you sync it back to your Lightroom cat on your PC, they will come in there automatically. We already saw where the shoot locations was, but one of the ones that I use almost every time I do Lightroom is it will come down here with any image that I add to my folder that does not have a keyword. It will automatically be put in this smart folder right here. I find that very handy when I'm doing photos that I forgot to put a keyword on, because I use keywords so strongly to find things. Automatically, they search for videos. That's the other category that's the default. And then without the keywords, it automatically puts them in there when you import them. Now I've got a video here. I hope it's going to run, and it may be fumbling around a little bit to get out of it, but we're going to give it a try.
Hi, my name is Julianne Cost, and in this quick tip, I want to show you another kind of collection in Lightroom, and that's called a smart collection. Basically, it is like a filter, only a little bit more permanent. You can create a smart collection by clicking on the plus icon and then choosing Smart Collection. I'm going to name this 1 star or greater Japan images, and then I'm going to put it inside the Getting Started collection set. Now, all I need to do is enter in the search criteria. So for example, because I named it 1 star or greater, I should set my rating to be greater than or equal to 1 star. But I need to narrow it down a little bit more than that. Otherwise, when I click Create, Lightroom will look at all of my images in the entire catalog, and it will give me the results of all of my 1 star or greater images. So in order to edit this or refine it, I'm going to double click on the icon for the Smart Collection, which will bring up that same window, and I'm going to add to the filter or the search requirements. So in addition to having a rating of 1 star or greater, you can see that there are a number of different things that I can use to filter or to search for this Smart Collection. I'm going to go to the source area, choose folder, and then type in the word Japan. This is going to limit the Smart Collection to only look for the 1 star images that are inside the folder called Japan. When I click Save, Lightroom will automatically go out, search through that folder, and provide the results in this Smart Collection. Now the reason that this collection is smart is that if I decide to change any of the attributes for any of these images, let's say for example I select this image and I demote it, giving it 0 stars by tapping the 0 key, well, you'll notice that Lightroom automatically removed it from the collection. So as you can see, Smart Collections are a great way to quickly have Lightroom filter through all of your images and just give you the ones that you need. My name's Julianne Cost. Thanks for watching.
All right, as we saw previously, there are default smart collections built into Lightroom. And again, I'm going to go back to this one without keywords. It should be open, but if these are not, you just have to click on the little triangle there to drop the submenus down, or the subfolders, if you will. Here we have, if I clicked on that folder without keywords, it comes up with the images without keywords. All I would have to go through is identify them, click on an image, bring it over here to the keyword area, and just type in the keyword. To make it faster, if these were all going to have say these two were going to have the same keywords, these would not. All I have to do is hold down the Command key, I believe it is on Apple, and hold down the Shift key on Windows, and then you can bring them right in. when you type in them, it'll apply to all those you have selected in that consecutive group. If they're scattered over, there's breaks in it. All you have to do is select those images holding down the Mac Command key or the Shift key, and excuse me, it's the Alt key, and they will basically be chosen. And then all you have to do is put in your keywords. Control key. All right, using target collections. Target collections, as we said before, is a temporary collection you designate to quickly receive your images going through your folders. You can set any basic collection, but not a smart collection, to be a target collection. However, there can only be one target active. To make a collection a target, just simply right-click on its name, set as a target collection. The folder that is now marked and identified as a target collection will have a small plus right next to its name. To no longer use that as a target collection, just go up and hit the set target key again, and it will go away. Collection is a target by right-clicking on the collection and set as a target area right down here. And you can see the little plus mark right there that says that is the target collection. Add them in by pressing the B key. Once we have the target collection identified, you can go to any folder inside Lightroom, any image, select that image and hit the B key, and it is automatically added to the collection, the target collection. So that makes it real easy to go through. Kind of winding down here, how I use collections quite often. As you know, I'm doing work over at the Nature Center. I put presentations on over there. They use my photographs for presentations they do with the city and whatnot. So I go through all of the images that I have related to the Nature Center. I've got birds here, I've got insects, I've got all kinds of things that are folders holding the images that I would want to put into a collection for the Nature Center. Here happens to be the bird video. I have a video as well as a bird folder. So I'm able to do it that way. I'm doing the same thing for our warrior presentations. The presentation I'm doing today is coming from a collection. So they're very handy on grouping your photos for future use or identification, viewing. In conclusion, the Lightroom collections are an incredible, powerful tool to add to your photo organizational system. They can save you editing time by having every image in a collection available to edit in the Develop module. So no matter what folders they came from, as long as they're in the collection, if you edit it, it's going to show those edit changes into every image, every collection it's in, as well as the original. They work with your existing organizational system, which can make finding your images a little faster. And as I keep emphasizing, you can use your Lightroom mobile app to share your images. And since it's cloud-based, it won't use up your memory. Rose and I just got back from our trip, a week in Zion. There I was using my new camera. I had a backup older cropped camera, and both Rose and I took images with cell phones. So let me get out of this. Call up Lightroom. Now, this is the folder of my primary camera that I use. I've already gone through here, and you can see I've identified photos that I consider the better or best. I've already gone through and deleted the rejects, the ones that were really screwed up. So what I want to do with these images that are in this folder, I want to identify those images with the star ratings. and I want to create a collection down under here in my collection area. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to create a collection. We're going to call it Zion 2022. Create it. And if everything went right, it's right down there, right below the last time we were in Zion. But you'll notice there's no images there. Now, if you go up to our folder system or my folder system, I already have a start on my folders, but I haven't put very many images over from the import folder into my folder collections. But I've got them identified and set up. I used my Mark II for a while. I used my cell phone. So I'm going to go down to this folder. I'm going to set it as a target. And I'm going to go down here to the sort criteria, and I'm going to put it in custom order. And I'll talk about that in just a second. So if I start up here, I could go to this. I'm going to start it down here. I could go to the Mark II folder. There's 8 images, but I only have 2 of them already identified as keepers or images. So I just hit the letter B, and it's been added to the Zion. I hit the letter B there, added to Zion. And if I go down here to Zion, it should show there's the plus for the target, and there's 2. I come up to the next folder I already have set up. I've got 84 images here. I could do the same thing, do the B key, but I have 84 images here, but not all of them are starred. If I go up here to the attribute area and I click on attributes, come on, it drops down a menu, and I have very similar to what you saw earlier. Go over to the ratings, and if I hit the 5-star ratings, all of the other images are gone, and all I have right now are the starred images that I consider the better ones.
Yeah. Wow, what a time saver.
Now, all I have to do, I could grab the first one, grab the last one, and drag them all down here to the 2022 folder. But the trouble is they're not grouped together as a category, if you will. Let me get back down here. Let me do that again, attribute. So what I would do is probably group these. I've got the shuttle bus here. I've got some turkey. I'm going to grab those turkeys, and I'm going to, oops, come on, Dougie. We can do this. I'm going to grab the turkeys with the control key, grab these turkey with the control key, and I think I have some more down at the bottom. Yep. And just grab those turkey with the control key. And if I drag those right now into that folder, they're in, well, I got the bus in the wrong place. They're in order as turkey. If I go up here and I grab the buses, I think there was only one bus that's already there. How about if I grab the people? If I go up here and I go to my 4-star or 5-star, but I add in something else. I got to get this out of the way. I come over here to text. I add the word people. That's one of my keywords. Now, every image that has a person or a people keyword is there, identified. All I have to do is drag those down, and they're in order. They were there. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Come on, Dougie. We're smarter than this.
Couldn't you just highlight those 4 with the letter B?
I could there, or just drag and drop with that. They would go in there.
Okay.
Now up to my master folder. Got 1,000 images, and I, again, want to go through and just highlight the stars. Go to the attribute, go to the 5 stars. I could drag and drop those in there, but I'm going to use, I could do the same way as we just did. Go ahead and put a text. I got the people. We just put the people one in there, so they should go right in next to those. Come down to the still, we're still a target. Just hit the B and they're gone. Come up here, change from people to bighorn sheep. Top one, bottom one, they're in there. Come up to the bighorn sheep, change that to deer. Top one, bottom one, hit the letter B. Now that collection, now over 100 images, but you can see by grouping them that way, when I put them in the collection and keeping it a custom order, they're already pretty well sorted, so I don't have to sort them too much if I were going to do a slideshow presentation or something like that.
That's excellent.
I could do this very same thing. Remember, I mentioned that I've got my folders set up, but I don't have the images into the folder. I would go back up here to the top. I'm going to go to the 5-star. That's all I want to put in there. And I'm going to grab this happens to be the bighorn. All I have to do is grab the first one, grab the last one, go to my folder. Now we're outside of the collections. I'm just grabbing the folders, and all I have to do is go over here and put it in the bighorn. And they're moving over there into the folder. So not only can the collections help me move them into the collection from various folders, I can use the star ratings and the attributes and the text up here to move my folders or my images into the final folder from the folder that I use to import
Doug,
into.
I think it's important at this time to remind people that in Lightroom, all it's doing is reference, most of the time, it's just a reference to which folder in your hard drive the photo is in. In this case, Lightroom is doing the heavy lifting of moving the images from one folder in your file system to another. It's doing it basically using Lightroom to operate on your file system outside of Lightroom.
Yeah, it works the same way as your regular your ISO, your operating system, however they do it.
Yep.
Now you'll notice that as this goes up, the folder they came from is going down. Now, once I had them into the collection, let's say I wanted to edit this picture. Well, this is a cell phone image. And these are, yeah, some of these I've already done the editing. Let's travel this one right here. Now I'm in the collection. If I need to, or if I make any adjustments, that image, 1980, 1980 has been adjusted. Okay, any questions or anything before I shut down? Okay,
So I have a question.
yeah,
When you make the adjustment, so that changes your original photo.
that's correct.
So do you lose your original photo? Have you ever wanted to go back to it?
No, your original photo is still there on your hard drive as it came out of the camera. Lightroom is only making small adjustments into a very small text file that says you made an adjustment to it. And what you're seeing on the screen is, I don't want to use the word copy. That's not the right word. It's just simply a rendering of that image. Your photo on your hard drive remains intact as it came out of the camera.
It's a set of instructions. When you click on that photo, if you've developed it, Lightroom has kept a text file that's a set of instructions that adjusts that photo with that set of instructions, but it creates a new image, but the original is still there. You can always, in the develop module, go down at the bottom right, and there is a reset button, which will take you back to your original image.
Oh,
Anytime, no
this?
matter what you do to it.
I'm in that original folder of the images on my hard drive. You see this little file called a XMP file?
Mhm.
That is all of the instructions that we gave in Lightroom to modify the image. Here is the original file. That stays intact. This little 13 kilobyte file has all the adjustments I made to it.
Okay.
Excuse me. So we do not, in Lightroom anyway, damage or change the original file. Now, this little XMP file is the file that actually ends up in the collection. We're not moving the original file. This little XMP file is the one that ends in the collection. So that's why it doesn't take up very much space. Any other questions?
I have a question on your mobile. Is that only available if you use the subscription service to Lightroom?
It's included in the subscription service.
Okay. Because all I have is a hard copy of Lightroom.
Thank you so much, Doug. This was great.
Okay. Yeah, when you get Lightroom in the collection, or excuse me, in the group or the subscription service, you automatically get access to the app and just put it on.
Okay.
Now, you can download it separately, Alan. That's what I was just trying to do there.
Uh-huh.
Google search Adobe Mobile.
Oh, Adobe Mobile. Oh,
And there's the Lightroom mobile app.
Oh, okay.
Should be able to put it right onto your cell phone.
Okay.
Any other questions related to anything? We had a great time in Zion. The weather was one of our colder trips. The high was basically in the low 40s. The low was in the middle to low teens.
oh,
Wow.
Sure.
We stayed at the lodge right inside the park for the first time, and we're very pleased with it.
Thank you for braving all that weather to Bring back beautiful pictures to us.
Well, this was our
Yeah.
10th year. I won't say in a row anymore because we lost 2 years for COVID in 2021. But every time we go there, we see something different.
Yeah. Very nice.
I guess,
I'm definitely going to try some of the various techniques because that you've just spoke of, because I'm really only able currently to use my cell phone, it seems like, for everything. So I think that, because I know that every month on my credit card statement or whatever, I'm getting the Adobe Photoshop $9.99 a month. And I'm like, well, what about my cell phone and this and that? And it keeps saying that I have to log in or add another device or this and that, because that computer, I'm still having trouble with it. But so I think that this would be definitely be helpful, because if it's especially if it's included in it, it's like, it's very informative. So I really appreciate that.
thank you. Yeah, all you have to do if you already have this subscription service, if you're adding a new device, say for an example, you swap out phones, all you have to do is go onto your it's up in the upper right hand corner where you log in and out of the Lightroom program. There's a way there to change your password, and you can go into the system and add that phone to your system.
Yeah, but so I think the thing that was going to be the most helpful for me too is being able to just even organize, especially because if it's in the cloud, that I can organize and group those different types of photos using my cell phone, because sometimes it seemed like if it was limiting me to what I was able to do, but now that I have a better understanding of it, hopefully that'll be helpful for me. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, on your mobile app, the Lightroom mobile app, when you bring that collection in, or you can actually create a collection inside your mobile app, which will sync back onto your PC. You can sort those the same way that the regular sorting on the desktop application. You can sort by name, file name, by the date, by the time it was taken, or as you saw when I set it up here as a custom,
Mhm.
I am able to now move those images around and they're in the order that I want them in.
Yeah, and just real quick, my other concern was that sometimes when I'm editing or a change or correcting a photo, it says if you want to save it as a copy, and it tells you the original won't be this and that or whatever. But sometimes it seems like when I go back into some of the photos, if I go back into just the basic cloud, it shows the corrected photo and the original. And I was wondering if it was taking up double space because my phone or the cloud service is saying that I'm almost running out of storage space on that and wants me to pay another $2 a month. So I'm like, how many? I'm like, well, what's going on? Because I want to eliminate the duplicates once I've made the correction.
I'm just going to guess here that you have a whole lot of images on your cell phone that you're linking up to Lightroom or Adobe. I have 4,000 images right now linked to my phone. The basic plan gets you 20 gigabyte of memory in the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 19.66 gigabyte left out of that 4,000 images are on there. So you got a whole lot of photographs, I think, if you're running out of storage space in Lightroom or Adobe.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm trying to organize them all so I can get this under control. So thank
But
you
yeah,
very much.
if you even edit a photograph from your cell phone in Lightroom Mobile, you're again going to create one of those XMP files, the little small file. Your image stays the same, but that little file is what shows all the adjustments you made to it.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Catherine, I think you were going to bring up something about the poll the people for the Naples thing. You're muted. I put her to sleep. Sorry about that. Catherine, you awake? Are you there?
I thought she said she would do that next time.
Next time? Okay.
what I can show you guys, well, we can wait till next time and I'll show that next time too.
Now, Friday, Anthony and I are going to entertain you with flower photography.
Okay,
Fantastic.
That'll
Okay.
be on Friday.
okay.
Great.
And then the
All right.
following week, I have Zion twice, I think. I got a busy, you're going to see me a lot the next few days, few weeks.
Fantastic. Well, next time I hope Amy will be with us too, because I liked her. Okay. Be part of that. Okay, well, great.
Hey, we'll see you Friday.
Thank you, Doug. That was a great presentation.
Very
Good
good.
information.
Very
Thank
nice.
you.
It's nice seeing everybody.
Good to have you.
Welcome back,
Good to
Pete.
see
I'm
you
happy
We're
too.
glad to have you home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Take
right.
care.
All right, good night.
Bye.